The Transcendental Meditation movement is a term of phrase that refers to the programs and organizations connected with the Transcendental Meditation technique founded by Maharishi Mahesh Yogi in India in the 1950s. The organization was estimated to have 900,000 participants in 1977, 1 million by the 1980s, and 5 million in more recent years. Programs include the Transcendental Meditation technique, an advanced meditation practice called the TM-Sidhi program, an alternative healthcare program called Maharishi Ayurveda, and a system of building and architecture called Maharishi Sthapatya Ved. The trademark movement's past and present media endeavors include a publishing company, a television station, a radio station, and a satellite television channel. Its products and services have been offered primarily through non-profit and educational outlets, such as the Global Country of World Peace, and the David Lynch Foundation. The trademark movement also operates a worldwide network of transcendental meditation teaching centers, schools, universities, health centers, and herbal supplement, solar panel, and home financing companies, plus several trademark-centered communities. The global organization is reported to have an estimated net worth of $3.5 billion United States dollars. The trademark movement has been characterized in a variety of ways and has been called a spiritual movement, a new religious movement, a millenarian movement, a world-affirming movement, a new social movement, a guru-centered movement, a personal growth movement, a religion, and a cult, with one observer disputing the cult label. Participation in trademark programs does not require a belief system and is practiced by people from a diverse group of religious affiliations. History. Maharishi Mahesh Yogi began teaching transcendental meditation in India in the late 1950s. The Maharishi began a series of world tours in 1958 to promote his meditation technique. The resulting publicity generated by the Maharishi, the celebrities who learned the technique, and the scientific research into its effect, helped popularize the technique in the 1960s and 1970s. In the 1970s, the Maharishi introduced advanced meditative techniques, and his movement grew to encompass trademark programs for schools, universities, and prisons. In the 1980s, additional programs aimed at improved health and well-being were developed based on the Maharishi's interpretation of the Vedic traditions. By the late 2000s, trademark had been taught to millions of individuals, and the Maharishi oversaw a large multinational movement which has continued since his death in 2008. The Maharishi's obituary in the New York Times credited the trademark movement as being a founding influence on what has grown into a multi-billion-dollar self-help industry. Practitioners and participants. The trademark movement has been described as a global movement that utilizes its own international policies and transports its core members from country to country. It is said to be a world-affirming and accommodating movement that does not seek to interfere with its members' involvement in the various religions. In 2008, the New York Times reported that TM's public interest had continued to grow in the 1970s. However, some practitioners were discouraged by the organization's promotion of Yogic Flying. The organization was estimated to have 900,000 participants worldwide in 1977, according to new religious movement scholars Bainbridge and Sims. That year, the trademark movement said there were 394 trademark centers in the that about half of the 8,000 trained trademark teachers were still active, and that 1 million Americans had been taught the technique. The movement was reported to have 1 million participants by the 1980s, and modern-day estimates range between 4 and 10 million practitioners worldwide. As of 1998, the country with the largest percentage of trademark practitioners was Israel, where 50,000 people had learned the technique since its introduction in the 1960s, according members of the trademark movement. In 2008, the Belfast Telegraph reported that an estimated 200,000 Britons practice trademark. The trademark movement is said to have a flexible structure that allows varying degrees of commitment. Many are satisfied with their independent practice of trademark and don't seek any further involvement with the organization. For many trademark practitioners, the meditation is one of many New Age products that they consume. Quote, "Other practitioners are dedicated but are also critical of the organization. Still others are highly devoted and participate in mass meditations at Maharishi University of Management, perform administrative activities or engage in a monastic lifestyle." Likewise, the organization has a loose organizational hierarchy. Transcendental meditators who participate in group meditations at Maharishi University of Management are referred to as citizens of the Age of Enlightenment. Regional leaders and leading transcendental meditators trained as trademark teachers and graduates of the TM-Sidhi program are called governors of the Age of Enlightenment. There are also national leaders and top officials of the World Peace Government that are called Rajas. Notable practitioners include politicians John Hargelin and Joaquim Chissano, musicians Donovan, The Beatles, Sky Ferreira, Mike Love, and celebrities David Lynch, Clint Eastwood, Mia Farrow, Howard Stern, and Doug Henning. Practitioners who became spiritual teachers or self-help authors include Sri Ravi Shankar, Deepak Chopra, John Gray, and Barbara DeAngelis. Programs. Transcendental Meditation. The Transcendental Meditation technique is a specific form of mantra meditation developed by Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. It is often referred to as Transcendental Meditation or simply trademark. The meditation practice involves the use of a mantra and is practiced for 15 to 20 minutes twice per day, while sitting with closed eyes. It is reported to be one of the most widely practiced and among the most widely researched meditation techniques, with hundreds of studies published. The technique is made available worldwide by certified trademark teachers in a 7-step course, and fees vary from country to country. Beginning in 1965, the Transcendental Meditation technique has been incorporated into selected schools, universities, corporations and prison programs in the USA, Latin America, Europe, and India. In 1977, the trademark technique and the science of creative intelligence were deemed religious activities as taught in 2 New Jersey public schools. Subsequently, the trademark technique has received some governmental support. The Transcendental Meditation technique has been described as both religious and non-religious. The technique has been described in various ways, including as an aspect of a new religious movement, as rooted in Hinduism, and as a non-religious practice for self-development. The public presentation of the trademark technique over its 50-year history has been praised for its high visibility in the mass media and effective global propagation, and criticized for using celebrity and scientific endorsements as a marketing tool. Advanced courses supplement the trademark technique and include an advanced meditation called the TM-Sidhi program. In 1970, the science of creative intelligence became the theoretical basis for the Transcendental Meditation technique. although skeptics questioned its scientific nature. According to proponents, when 1% of a population practices the trademark technique daily, the practice influences the quality of life for that population. This has been termed the Maharishi effect. Trademark technique in education. Transcendental meditation in education is the application of the Transcendental Meditation technique in an educational setting or institution. These educational programs and institutions have been founded in the USA, United Kingdom, Australia, India, Africa and Japan. The Transcendental Meditation technique became popular with students in the 1960s, and by the early 1970s Centers for the Students' International Meditation Society were established at 1,000 campuses in the USA, with similar growth occurring in Germany, Canada and Britain. The Maharishi International University was established in 1973 in the USA and began offering accredited degree programs. In 1977, courses in Transcendental Meditation and the Science of Creative Intelligence were legally prohibited from New Jersey public high schools, on religious grounds by virtue of the Establishment Clause of the First Amendment. This dismantled the trademark program's use of government funding in U.S. public schools, but did not render a negative evaluation of the program itself. Since 1979, schools that incorporate the Transcendental Meditation technique using private, non-governmental funding have been reported in the USA, South America, Southeast Asia, Northern Ireland, South Africa and Israel. A number of educational institutions have been founded by Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, the Transcendental Meditation movement and its supporters. These institutions include several schools offering public and private secondary education in the USA, England, Australia, South Africa, and India. Likewise, Maharishi colleges and universities have been established, including Maharishi European Research University, Maharishi Institute of Management, Maharishi Institute of Management, Maharishi University of Management and Technology, Maharishi Institute and Maharishi Mahesh Yogi Vedic University. In the USA, critics have called Transcendental Meditation a revised form of Eastern religious philosophy and opposed its use in public schools, while a member of the Pacific Justice Institute says practicing Transcendental Meditation in public schools with private funding is constitutional. Trademark Siddhi Program. The Trademark Siddhi Program is a form of meditation introduced by Maharishi Mahesh Yogi in 1975. It is based on, and described as a natural extension of the Transcendental Meditation technique. The goal of the Trademark Siddhi program is to enhance mind-body coordination and to support the holistic development of consciousness by training the mind to think from what the Maharishi called a fourth state of consciousness. Yogic Flying, a mental physical exercise of hopping while cross-legged, is a central aspect of the Trademark Siddhi program. The Trademark website says that research has shown a dramatic and immediate reduction in societal stress, crime, violence, and conflict, and an increase in coherence, positivity, and peace in society as a whole when the Trademark Siddhi program is practiced in groups. This is termed the Maharishi effect. While empirical studies have been published in peer-reviewed academic journals, they have been met with both skepticism and criticism. Skeptics have called TM's associated theories of the science of creative intelligence and the Maharishi effect pseudoscience. It is difficult to determine definitive effects of meditation practices in healthcare, as the quality of research has design limitations and a lack of methodological rigor. Maharishi Ayurveda. Maharishi Ayurveda, also known as Maharishi Vedic approach to health and Maharishi Vedic medicine, is considered an alternative medicine designed as a complementary system to modern Western medicine. The approach was founded internationally in the mid-1980s by Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. The Maharishi's revised system of Ayurveda was endorsed by the All India Ayurvedic Congress in 1997. The Transcendental Meditation technique is part of the Maharishi Vedic approach to health. According to the movement's Global Good News website, there are 23 Maharishi Vedic health centers in 16 countries, including Austria, France, Denmark, Germany, India, Israel, Italy, Japan, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, South Africa, Switzerland, Turkey, United Kingdom, and the United States. The Maharishi Ayurvedic Center in Skelmersdale, UK also offers Panchakarma detoxification. Maharishi Sthapatya Ved.The Maharishi Sthapatya Ved.The is a set of architectural and planning principles assembled by Maharishi Mahesh Yogi based on ancient Sanskrit texts, as well as Vastu Shastra, the Hindu science of architecture. Maharishi Sthapatya Ved.The architecture is also called Maharishi Vastu's architecture, a fortune-creating buildings and homes, and Maharishi Vedic architecture. According to its self-description, the system consists of precise mathematical formulas, equations, and proportions for architectural design and construction. MSV has strict rules governing the orientation and proportions of a building. The most important factor is the entrance, which must be either due east or due north. The MSV architect also considers the slope and shape of the lot, exposure to the rising sun, location of nearby bodies of water and the other buildings or activities in the nearby environment. MSV emphasizes the use of natural or green building materials. The trademark movement's aspiration is to have global reconstruction to create east-facing entrances at an estimated cost of $300 trillion. Settlements. About 3,000 trademark practitioners are estimated to live near MUM and the Golden Domes in Fairfield, Iowa, U.S., an area dubbed Silicon Valley by locals. By 2001, Fairfield's mayor and some city council members were trademark practitioners. Just outside the city limits is Maharishi Vedic City. The city's 2010 population of 1,294 includes about 1,000 Pandits from India who live on a special campus. The city plan and buildings are based on Maharishi Sthapatya Ved.The, an ancient system of architecture and design revived by the Maharishi. Housing developments outside of city limits are also seeking to combine Maharishi Vedic precepts of design with the latest sustainability technologies. A community called Jdontfight was established in the Netherlands in 1979 and reached its completion in 1985. Around the same time, Sidland, in Skelmersdale, UK, was established with about 400 trademark practitioners, a meditation dome, and a trademark school. There is also a 30-home settlement in Rendlesham, Suffolk, and a housing project in Lelystad, the Netherlands. Hareret is a settlement in Galilee, Israel, founded in 1980, as part of a government-sponsored project by a group of Jewish practitioners of the Transcendental Meditation program. It is the home for about 60 families. There are several residential facilities in India, including a 500-acre compound in Maharishi Nagar, near Noida. There is a 70-unit development, Ideal Village Co-op Inc., in Orleans, Ontario, a suburb of Ottawa, where 75% of the residents have been trademark meditators. Monastic communities. Purusha and Mother Divine are the names of gender-specific communities who lead a lifestyle of celibacy and meditation. Some residents have been part of the community for 20 years or more. In 1990, the Purusha community consisted of 200 men who conducted administrative and promotional details for the Maharishi's worldwide organization. The Purusha group was originally located at the Spiritual Center of America in Boone, North Carolina, USA. As of 2002, there were 300 male residents whose daily routine consisted of meditation from 7 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and another group meditation in the evening. The rest of the day was taken up by lunch, educational presentations, fundraising and work for non-profit entities associated with the spiritual center. The residents also read Vedic literature, studied Sanskrit, received monthly instruction from the Maharishi via teleconference and engaged in discourse with faculty of Maharishi University of Management. As of 2007, there was also a Purusha community of 59 men in Uttarkashi, India. In 2012, the USA Purusha group moved to a newly constructed campus called the West Virginia Retreat Center, located in Three Churches, West Virginia, USA. The campus consists of 10 buildings and 90 males residents plus staff. As of 2002, the 100-resident Mother Divine Community for Women was also located at the Spiritual Center in Boone, North Carolina, as part of an organization called Maharishi Global Administration Through Natural Law. The daily routine was similar to the Purusha community, and in addition they operated the Heavenly Mountain Ideal Girls School, a fully accredited North Carolina non-public school for grades 9 through 12. Publishing, TV and radio. MIU Press. Maharishi International University Press was founded in the 1970s and operated a full-scale printing operation to publish the organization's brochures and literature for the USA. The press employed 4 printing presses and 55 employees and was located at the Academy for the Science of Creative Intelligence in Livingston Manor, New York. MIU Press later became Maharishi University of Management Press. MUM Press published books, academic papers, audio and video recordings and other educational materials. These materials include the Modern Science and Vedic Science Journal and books by Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, John Hargelan, Tony Nader, Robert Roth, Craig Pearson, Robert Oates, Ashley Deans, and Robert Keith Wallace, as well as ancient Sanskrit works by Badarayana, Kapila, and Jaimini. In addition, the World Plan television productions contained a film library and audio and TV production studios with $2 million worth of equipment, which distributed 1,000 videos each month to the trademark teaching centers. KSCI TV station in 1975. The television station called Channel 18 became KSCI and began production from a studio in West Los Angeles. While still licensed in San Bernardino, the station became a non-profit owned by the Transcendental Meditation movement, and the call letters stood for Maharishi Mahesh Yogi's Theoretical Science of Creative Intelligence. The station broadcast began with 56 hours per week of uplifting news stories, pre-recorded lectures by the Maharishi, and variety shows featuring celebrities who practiced the Transcendental Meditation technique. KSCI's goal was to report his only good news, and 7 sister stations were planned, including San Francisco, Washington, D.C. and Buffalo, New York. The station manager was Mark Fleischer, the son of Richard Fleischer, a Hollywood director. The Los Angeles location leased $95,000 worth of equipment, and its highest-paid staff member earned $6,000 according to tax documents. In 1980, the station switched to for-profit status and earned $1 million on revenues of $8 million in 1985. In November, owners of the KSCI TV station loaned $350,000 to Maharishi International University in Iowa. As of June 1986, the station's content consisted of a hodgepodge of programming in 14 languages that was broadcast on both cable and UHF in Southern California. In October, the station was purchased by its general manager and an investor for $40.5 $5 million. Co Radio Station Co. is a low-power, non-profit radio station belonging to Maharishi University of Management, which began broadcasting in 1994. The station features music and educational entertainment from around the globe, including American music and cultural and ethnic programming. MUM's international students present music, poetry and literature from the native countries. Co also broadcasts classical Indian music 24 hours per day on a special sideband. Satellite TV. Maharishi Veda Vision is a satellite broadcast that began in 1998 with 3 hours of evening programming. Programming expanded to 24 hours a day by 1999. Maharishi Veda Vision was described as India's first religious television channel. The Maharishi Channel cable network, owned by Maharishi Satellite Network, was reported to have moved to Ku-band digital satellites in 2001. While providing Vedic wisdom in 19 languages, most of the channel's programming was in Hindi and was intended for the worldwide non-resident Indian population. By 2002 the channel was carried on 8 satellites serving 26 countries. The channel had no advertisements, depending on their huge network of organizations, products and services for support. In 2005, the channel was among several religious channels vying to get space on DD Direct Plus. Additional channels are broadcast over satellite as part of the Maharishi Open University's distance learning program, which also has studio facilities at Maharishi Vedic City in Iowa. The Maharishi channel, which originates in the Netherlands, had a pending request for a downlink to India as of July 2009. According to its website, Ramraj TV is being established in India to introduce Vedic principles and practical programs to the world family. As of August 2010, it is only available on the Internet, on a web page last updated August 2009. The channel says it is in the process of obtaining a license from the Indian government for a satellite uplink and downlink.